Hi, Scott here from Outlaw Garage. We're down at Sullivan's today, so we've come down to have a bit of a look at the collection that they've got in the shop. Hopefully we're not going to spend any money. We didn't bring our credit cards with us today, so we're going to wander around and take a look. So there we go, Pullman.
So this would be one of two, maybe three in the country.
Yeah.
Very rare, based on the V12, so V12 twin turbo. These came off the Mercedes factory, so they weren't done locally or anything like that. Four climate seats in the back, proper driver's screen, so driver's panel for obviously if you need to have meetings and talk about things that you don't want other people to hear, that's there as well. All the blinds that run around the back windows and front windows as well, that's all electronically controlled. As I said, memory seats in the rear, climate seats in the rear, pulse massaging seats in the rear.
Pulse massaging, look at that.
And then even a little bit, so you've got blind controls. So that's the driver's screen there, so that you can put that up and down.
Yeah, okay.
All the rear picnic tables, so that all folds up. Screens were fitted locally in Australia, obviously just at the time, so that they worked. Rear climate is in there.
Mercedes
Pullman champagne glasses, which store up there as well. Almost like a sort of a jet in terms of the way that the climate system works.
I'll tell you what, it looks like it's hardly been sat in.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, look at that. So what's the ballpark on that?
This is going to be advertised for $99,900 plus on roads.
That's pretty good.
So, well, if you look back at the fact they were $850 new, it's probably as good a buying as you can get.
99?
99, yeah, 99 plus on roads. 50,000 Ks as well. Full Mercedes history, unbelievable Mercedes history. One of the last services done was $36,000. Distronic as well. It's probably obviously the first Distronic cars.
Jesus. That's a lot of car for the money.
Probably one of very few cars that you'd actually probably want to spend more time in the back than the front.
Yeah.
Out of anything in the collection.
Pullman to a completely different feel and theme in the Series 1 Land Rovers, which obviously don't come with a champagne bottle.
No champagne.
No champagne.
Free air conditioning, which is no windows. And if it's really hot, you just fold the front windscreen down.
They're very different. But three.
But yeah, three. One's not enough, two's not enough, three's. This one's just come out of a very big restoration. This was delivered new by Champion Motors in Adelaide at the time, and obviously all these came in as complete knockdowns, so they came in chassis on a crate and then got assembled in there. If you have a look at the level of restoration that has gone into this in terms of the originality of absolutely everything through here.
Yeah, because you kind of look at them and you go, there's probably not much to them because they're,
There's not, but getting all the parts. So
yeah, that's the bit, isn't it?
All these things, this, even that, the wiring, that's all period correct as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the details, isn't it?
It's the detail. One of the things I love the most is when it's time to refuel.
Oh, is it right under the seat?
Just make sure you never have an accident on the driver's side.
Right under the seat.
That's what you sit on. So no cigars.
Yeah, no flicking your cigarettes around. So you got all three of them at the same time, did you?
I've had that for 2 years.
Okay.
And then when you've got one, you normally sort of attract a bit of attention for another one.
Yeah.
And I say this one had a lot of money spent, 12-month restoration, and the previous owner I just don't think wanted to drive it. So obviously not that many people that play in this space, and I was quite happy to have a go.
So then this one here, was that kind of a turn upon a pallet restoration as well, or
that came off a private property in Perth that had the same owner for 38 years, and I traded that on a 77 Range Rover 2-door, probably 2 years ago now.
Oh, look inside.
Which again is unbelievably original. This is just obviously, it's used, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, but it is, isn't it? That is like Because they're a bit like hen's teeth at the moment, aren't they?
Well, they are, because everybody's grabbed them and
that Series 1, Series 2 is if they come up anywhere, they're snapped up real quick.
They go, yeah, especially Series 1s. But even that, I mean, that's all just so original underneath.
Yeah, that looks really clean and tight, doesn't it? And there's not much term, is there?
They're so simple. Often joke, problem is, as long as you've got a Phillips head screwdriver and a shifter and a flathead screwdriver, you've probably got most of it under control.
Yeah, and because there's a lot of space in there as well.
Absolutely.
Like, space-wise to actually get in there and do any work is actually really easy. Yeah, so if people are taking them out and stuff and driving them around, because like you said, there's not much term, easy to maintain, easy to fix.
Starts every time. And
starts every time.
Really, I mean, they're not a fast thing, but they're pretty much unbreakable.
Yeah, but you could potter around in one of those quite merrily, couldn't you?
I drive that in summer all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's a novelty. No seatbelts.
Yeah, and I guess they just get up and go, don't they? As long as you're not going anywhere too fast, and like you said, down at the peninsula, or even if you're wandering through two rack in one of these.
15 to 20 minutes does the job. It's comfortable.
And then the one at the far end here, which looks...
belongs to a friend of mine, so he's put that here temporarily. That's the other end of it, so that's perfect for Tina and...
Yeah, but you just get in and drive, don't you? I've never driven one. How's the shifter and everything feel in them?
Beautiful.
Like for,
easy, long throw, but you can't get it wrong. You're in first, you're in second, you're in third.
Which is standard with an old car. Long throw is a pretty standard experience.
You learn quickly that there's no, not like other cars. You go fourth to third to second to slow down, because if you do that, there's a lot of crunching and maybe some bolts left behind. And all that sort of thing. So, but no, that's not what they're meant to do.
Yeah, look at this one. This is lovely. So we've been distracted a moment by the blue Mark 1, and we're sat in the driver's seat trying not to get too carried away. That clutch is pretty good.
It's easy, very easy. Same with the throw.
That's not bad. Just try the shift. Yeah, that's the standard kind of old school classic car. That's a decent throw. All pre-purchase check now.
Pre-purchase check and ease of use. Push the button. Simple as that.
Slide straight away.
And that's it. It's as simple as that. Push the button, clutch in, first gear, away you go. Kind of like an old 911.
This is definitely not a car that I'm going to be showing to anybody at home anyway, because this is, I may as well just end up leaving you my bank card. So far out of the day, that is definitely my favourite, unfortunately.
We get an enormous amount of window traffic coming through as well, which is why obviously we've designed those ramps. So those ramps sit specifically at the height just below the window level. So at night time when the lights on, it actually looks like the car suspended in the air. And people drive
that does look, yeah. So this is the old Mustang on the ramp.
So 66A code, matching numbers.
See, now I don't really know much about muscle cars on Mustangs.
If you come around here and...
People on the video will probably go, well, he doesn't know much about anything. However,
have a look under there. Probably almost put a 66 car to shame that came off the factory line.
Jesus.
So that's an original flaw in that car with the colour as well.
Let's see if we can kind of... Again, it's brand new, isn't it?
You have a look, which is probably hard up here, even to the period stickers for battery.
Oh yeah.
Locations. Auto light hoses as
6,000 or 6 months service.
And then come around the back as well.
So originally a California car by the number
California
plate?
car. Yeah, so one owner the whole time before it came to Australia.
Yeah.
Very, very hard to find one.
289. Beautiful lines on the cars, aren't they?
Matching numbers.
Ooh. That's a lovely interior.
Power steering car as well, which makes a big difference with these.
Yep. Yeah, because I know with the American muscle cars and the Mustangs, like, it's always about what codes you've got with your car and what options you've kind of got. Like, that seems to be quite a thing that people value their knowledge.
Prerequisite that, yeah, all that stuff matches as well.
Yeah. So how long ago was this restored? It doesn't look like it was that long ago, to be honest.
Finished 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah, okay.
And again, if you go, so original California number plates as well. But even if you have a look underneath it, at the leafs, all the blocks, everything, you probably get a better view of the floor from underneath.
Oh, look at that, yeah.
As well.
Oh, look at the leaves.
Tank, exhaust, everything. It's yeah, 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Restored here in Melbourne?
In Melbourne, yes.
Farm mobiles.
Done the series ones.
Which really are a bit trendy, fashionable now, which I'm okay with, because I would absolutely drive one. We've done the Mercedes, which is champagne all the way. The Datsun over in the corner
takes everybody back down memory
what
lane,
a car!
don't they? So that is, everyone says they've got a one-owner car, but that is a one-owner car. Original Garden State Rego, original service sticker on the back as well. If you come and have a look at the Datsun Sales Centre sticker on the back with the phone number.
It's a different car that's in here than what I would have expected you to have in here.
For sure, but it is a draw card. So many people.
Oh, absolutely.
And the value of the car means nothing, but people come to look at all sorts of cars, and everybody will stop and have a look. Even to the point, obviously, a lot of these, when they fell into hands of P-platers over time, when people were younger, no speakers have been cut out, so original parcel shelf.
Oh, yes.
No cracks.
Yeah.
As well. You get an offer a week for someone to buy this car, but my business partners, this was their nan's car. So that is when it's in the not for sale section. So the money offer is irrelevant. That'll stay here forever. Again, find another one.
Absolutely.
You want another engine bay shop.
Oh.
Again.
Was Nana a mechanic? Because she
original.
has kept this particularly well.
Unbelievably well. Unbelievably well. But again, not a modification. Battery, obviously original size battery. A lot of people change those as well. Just absolute time warp.
Yeah, isn't it?
Plates original, everything.
Okay, so we've gone from probably Japanese reliability, definitely, to next to it is a TVR.
Are you insinuating perhaps that there's no reliability? That will start first time every time as well. And only because that car spent 6 months in the UK before it came here. So it hasn't salt road exposure, all that sort of thing.
I don't want to take the mickey out of British engineering. However, they weren't known to be the best. And we were talking about Porsches earlier with the 930. TVRs were also known to be a bit risky.
Very, very risky. Very, very risky.
Carry a spare pair of underpants when you're driving the car.
Yeah, and probably out of all the cars in existence, I wouldn't think there would be one that hasn't had some form of paint on it from what you were saying before.
Yeah.
Because this is the old days, no traction control, very, very lightweight, requiring a lot of experience, which everybody has, but just that 1% over the threshold, and it's a different
because you can I guess your confidence can build real quickly
Absolutely.
Look at that.
And it's like one of those cars, I mean, they stick and they hold, and then when they do let go,
yeah, it's all kind of gone, isn't it?
It's too quick to get it back. Again, air conditioning, which is, believe it or not, pretty rare with one of these as well.
Well, what motor's that then?
So they're the Rover 5 litres.
Yeah.
In that. And then radiator on the angle. All box chassis.
Original engine as well, isn't it?
Yeah, original engine.
Which they tended to some of them could have their engines swapped. They were not necessarily.
A lot of people played with them. Yeah. So that's all matching numbers. As I say, box chassis, and that's the hard part with these. If they've had some exposure on the salt road, as you can see when you get further in down there, these would be a $5,000 process to get the body off to even begin to start getting everything back. You have to heat wrap all the exhaust, because obviously the exhaust comes the other way and it comes forward before it goes down and underneath the car. So you're trying to get try and keep a lot of heat from building in the engine bay.
Yeah. And I imagine in England, like sometimes this can hold the moisture in as well, can't it? And then you get that rusting and deterioration of your exhaust pipe. And
which you don't know until too late.
No, and
you have to unwrap it.
The shape of that exhaust pipe also makes me think that it's a pretty cheap exhaust to replace.
Yep. Probably as much as we don't want to go there.
Don't want to go there. But like you could have a lot to say about a TVR. However, what a car!
What a car!
Absolutely, what a car!
Yeah, frightening thing, but even design elements inside. Everything's quirky and everything you have to think about. It's just that
like
that
the body shape,
experience.
the headlights. Yeah, they are. It's part of the character with them, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. Nothing's supposed to fit properly and line up properly.
Yeah, and it's it has the handmade quality with it, but an icon car.
And an amazing door release. So a lot of people get in this car and then can't get out.
Where's the door release?
Because they're always trying to do door release here, but it's actually up on the console. It's quite a good party trick, actually.
Because this has that kind of almost like a Viper kind of feel.
Yeah. Yep. Very
big motor sticking out the front end. You know, even how the hood goes up and how the car is, definitely a kind of Viper feel to it. And there's such a cottage industry around them now, isn't there? So those things that might have been a problem when the car first came out are now solvable, maintainable.
Absolutely.
There's definitely that cottage industry that is really kind of supported them.
Yeah, and there's good guys in Australia with experience with them now. I suppose one of the key concerns for a lot of people is wiring looms and wiring in general. Yep. But as I say, there's we've got people over here now that understand that very, very well. So all that stuff's serviceable and it's able to be maintained. It's not a headache.
You could easily fix that, resolve those problems. I think they have some problems with heating and things like that, but radiator technology is kind of progressed and things like that.
That's got obviously the twin thermos in it. That's got a button on the top of the steering wheel for all of that as well.
Okay.
Which you have to have. I mean, it's not, you're not going to get a lot of fun out of it sitting on a 30-degree day in peak hour traffic.
No. But they do have.
You're not going to be doing that in it anyway. So,
just the unique design cues, definitely that kind of Viper kind of feel, and then the headlights with either, you'd say, that kind of Ferrari or Lamborghini kind of feel to them as well. Like they've really taken some cues from some really special cars and put a really good car together.
It's a lot of sports car. Really.
It's a lot of sports car.
Our business is called Sullivan Kerr. It took us a year to establish and find the location that we have now. We're pretty particular. Sandringham location was important. We've got the two crossovers at the front that allow obviously people to drive in. Good window exposure on at night time, weekends as well. We probably specialise a lot of late model cars. We do a bit of vintage stuff as well. Just like to have stuff that's one or two owners, really good service history, that kind of thing, and obviously a story behind it as well that we can guarantee the quality of what we do.
Great location, because obviously it has that kind of barn kind of feel to it.
So we're sort of lucky. I mean, this is nearly 780 square metres of undercover in here as well.
Great access both sides.
Access both sides, very secure as well. As I said, yeah, great location, and the ability to sort of have that display at the front as well, and not really have anything in the middle of the showroom, so we can really utilise the space very, very well and change the setup and the layout. And again, the ramps don't have to sit in the front, they can sit in the middle here if people want to get under cars and have a look at under cars. Most other people don't have that facility.
And obviously we've got the 356 sat out the front as we're bombing around in there today, but we'll take a look at some of the cars and wander around.
We'll be trying to buy that later. Or perhaps trade it in on a Series 1 Land Rover. I think the deal's nearly done, actually. Got that on camera.
Yeah. Oh, God. As we talked about earlier, you do have like the odd cars, the ones that special, little bit unique, a little bit different.
Probably we understand a little bit more than what the average person does. So
I'm suspecting this isn't your standard.
Not a standard car. No. Car. So Rob Nell, which arguably in terms of those kit cars were by far the best ones. Colour is Knightsman's blue, which was one of the original period colours of the time. Working side pipes as well, so obviously they get pretty warm and you'll only get out once with shorts on, and learn the lesson from there. Injected
as something a big
trying
old
to be a bit louder than what this
is.
Injected 351 Motec injection, I should say. So Tremec 6-speed, Jag front, Jag rear, runs on avgas.
Avgas.
Probably repeat again. Runs on avgas.
Avgas. So, what horsepower are we talking about here?
Easily 400. Easily.
In a
Obviously,
car
very, very
that
lightweight.
weighs probably the weight of my shoe.
Correct. Yeah. So keep you on the job. Coming back to what you were saying before with the TVR, in terms of having a narrow transmission tunnel.
Yeah.
This is 50% less.
Oh really?
So if you want to,
let's wander around and
get a very, very, very good idea as to how close 3 pedals can possibly get.
Oh, look at it! Yeah, you got to be careful about what shoes you put on, haven't you?
Driving shoes or no
shoes? because for a moment there I thought, well, I can see 2 pedals but I can't actually see the third one, and the third one is just a slither of a pedal.
Pretty much have your feet touching.
Yeah.
There's no other way. There's no other way.
Yeah, you're not wearing your Nike or your big-toed Adidas.
You could, but you wouldn't be driving it again.
So, I'm not happy with this, because this is probably a brilliant 2-car garage.
I thought the deal was I get the silver one and the blue one. What would you agreed on that?
Look at those two together. That is brilliant. So comments below if we're going to invest in a 2-car garage. I'm really not happy I came today.
We're very happy you came, and we'd like you to come back tomorrow and the day after that.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the video from Sullivan Kerr. The guys were absolutely fantastic. Andrew and Brett for inviting us down and showing us some of their cars. We will catch up with them regularly, so you will see them on the channel. We did escape without buying a Series 1 Land Rover, but I'm not quite sure how many times we're going to get away with visiting and then not buying a car. So let's see how that goes. Link in the description below for all of their details. So please hop on their Instagram and give them a follow. Please like this video, give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again soon, guys. See you later.